Hey everybody, this is Thank You. Happy to be here once again, testing out some new operating systems. Today, what I'm testing out is this. Oh, well, that kind of gives it away. Is this. Now, you might be thinking, oh, this is Windows. This is Windows 10. This isn't Windows 10. This is, and I probably should have pulled this up later, this is Q4OS. It says here it's a Debian-based desktop Linux distribution, and it's using KDE Plasma in my case, but it looks a lot like Windows. If you haven't noticed, I mean, it looks crazy like Windows. I did get the KDE Plasma version, and I don't know if that's why. If you look at my screen, it's like flickering. I don't know if this is going to show up in the recording or not. I use machines that are like lower end hardware. Again, this is a Dell 5000 series Inspiron 15 with an AMD E2 processor, which I didn't even know existed until I bought this laptop. But again, I do make these videos just to show that you don't need cutting edge, whatever. You don't need $1,000 laptop in order to create a video. You might need it in order for it to run Q4OS with the Plasma desktop and not have it do some weird stuff on you. But you don't need it just to install Linux with a desktop and be able to do things like make videos. So that's kind of the primary purpose of the videos that I shoot. But let's get into this operating system because it's kind of cool looking. I just installed it today. I haven't really done much with it, but I'll go ahead and exit out of the browser. Look at how much like Windows 10 it looks like. I mean, that start button, this background, it's wild. So it's already got some stuff placed into my favorites. I haven't set anything as a favorite, so I guess those are just defaults. Of course, I did install Kpatience, but this Isle Riot Solitaire, that came pre-installed. But I did install Kpatience because that's my solitaire of choice. Klondike is the solitaire game that I play in there. But yeah, I mean, I was able to go in and I'll tell you what I installed. So I'm pretty sure VLC was already installed. I've never heard of Strawberry before. K3B, I don't know if I've seen that or come across. I've never used it, but I don't burn discs. I mean, it is 2026, and although I have burned many discs before in my lifetime, so no shade to anybody who burns discs. I just haven't in a very long time. But I did install Kdenlive and OBS Studio, and obviously OBS Studio runs because I'm using it right now to create this video. But it's kind of cool looking. So let me go ahead and pull up the website again and just see what it has to say about this. So it is based on Debian. Oh, there we go, console. And I don't know if I've really messed around. Oh yeah, I did set my transparency up. I love transparency. I know I'm easily amused, but I do think it's really cool looking. But anyway, so let's see. I think I've already installed, is it Fast Fetch that I installed on here? There we go. So it's based on Debian Linux 13 Trixie. And we've got KDE Plasma, 6.3.6. Again, it's showing my 6.7 gigabytes of RAM, although it does show a swap. That has nothing to do with RAM as far as I know. Again, I am still pretty new to the whole Linux system and environments and everything, but so we got my AMD E2 processor, and it's got some graphics capabilities. It's got the Radeon R2 graphics, and again, it does show the 6.7 gigabytes of RAM, even though physically I have 8 gigabytes, but it was explained to me in another video that I made. And if you guys want to check my older videos, which I would appreciate, you can see in the comments that somebody kind of straightened me out on that whole thing. I kind of had my suspicion that, hey, maybe it's not accounting for what the system needs just to run the operating system at a core level. And that's kind of what the answer that I got from one of my viewers. So I'm not going to pull up a whole lot more of information about this. It is Debian based, again, the primary focus of my channel is to make sure that if you find yourself with a $5 laptop, that you don't just assume that it's a useless piece of equipment. You actually can do things with these computers. I just have a feeling that, like, maybe with the limitations of the hardware that I'm running it on, it has a tough time using Wayland. And I'm not sure why. Again, this is still pretty new to me. But I just know that I've had way more success with things that are based on X11 than with Wayland. As far as like it glitching out and it just looking weird. Hopefully it doesn't have too much impact on the video. I don't know if it's corrupting anything. I'm going back to the video. Everything looks like it's recording pretty smooth. I mean, that's one of the great things about, but see, you can kind of see it like things are flashing on the screen unexpectedly. But that's one of the great things about Linux is like you can use it to kind of revive and breathe new life, additional life, extend the lifespan of these older machines, and that's the part that I've been like really falling in love with, I guess, for lack of a better term, because it means that like if I come across like what I think is a great deal, a $5 laptop, it's got a battery in it, it came with a hard drive. I mean, it has everything it needs to function. It definitely won't run Windows 11 as far as I know, and Windows 10 is end of life. So what does that leave us with? Well, fortunately, we have Linux, and Linux has different flavors, different distributions available, and depending on those distributions, some may have features or offer compatibility that might make it run a little better on your older hardware, your older laptop. It's a laptop in my scenario. So you can just continue to use it. It's almost as though Windows 10 end of life didn't happen or didn't affect you as far as like being able to browse the internet and even do some more, I guess you might say, advanced things, like be able to record a video and edit a video and publish that video, post it to websites like YouTube. So I don't know. I've mentioned it in other videos, and I hate like just regurgitating. That's not the right word. I hate just recycling old content, recycling like old ideas. But I mean that is kind of where I'm at. Is that these machines, you know, when we see them hit the market, these machines are hundreds of dollars, and nowadays new laptops are thousands of dollars. So to ask somebody to give up their money, which some of us work hard for our money, we like to see that we're getting value out of our money, because in our minds, our money equals time and effort that we put into to get that resource, money. So when you're asking for that resource, money, from us, and we remember that it took us time and effort to acquire that resource, money, well, we would like to know that you are valuing the time and effort that it took us to get that money. And it's kind of a long-winded way to say I'm just looking to make sure that I'm able to get value out of the money that I spend, and then hopefully maybe spread the word and let people know that, hey, I'm aware of this thing now that allows you to continue using that machine that you spent your hard-earned money on, and that maybe some other company told you, hey, that's an outdated piece of equipment, we're no longer supporting it, and you should probably throw it away. That you don't have to. And that's just how I feel. I feel like, hey, my time and effort, it's worth something to me. I want to see that proven in real life. And this is how I'm doing it. Like it's taking me some additional time and effort to get things working, but it didn't take me too much additional money. It took me a lot less money than it would if I went out to even like Walmart and bought a new laptop. I bought this laptop for $5, so I don't know. Can't beat a deal like that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is definitely just like a Debian-based version of Linux with a skin on it that makes it look a lot like Windows. I mean, it's crazy how much this looks like Windows 10. At least Windows 10 from when I remember first upgrading, because I think the computer that I upgraded to Windows 10 from, I believe originally had Windows 7 installed on it, and I upgraded from I skipped over 8, and I upgraded from Windows 7 to Windows 10. And I'm pretty sure this is the background that it originally had on it. I've changed it, dozens of times since then, but I'm pretty sure that this was the background that I had on it originally. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty awesome. And then if you decide to download this version of Linux, you would go to I think it's going to be under System or Utilities. Maybe it's under System. Here we go. So it's got the KDE Discover Store, but it also has this Q4OS Software Center. They spell center CENTRE. Is this a British version of Linux? It's from Czechia, but it is part of Europe, so it kind of makes sense that their version of English, when they translate it from the original language that they were using, would be translated into the most common or popular written version of the English language in the country that's closest to their region. I don't know. I'm just, again, verbal vomit here. But we get an E after the R in things like center. But yeah, it's pretty functional. Obviously, I was able to get OBS installed on here. It looks like it's running pretty smoothly to me. I was also able to, if I go back into multimedia, I was able to get Kdenlive installed on here. So I should be able to edit this video directly on this computer. All of that is free. All of it's been free. Pretty amazing as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully it's recording my audio. Otherwise I'm going to have some serious trouble getting this synced up. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a recommendation. Your recommendation might just end up being my next video. Until next time, peace.